STEN, the European formwork company with 40 years of field experience, presents the brand new handset shoring system, STENdeck. The lightness of each component and its user-friendly nature make this system stand out. It's been conceived to be assembled by only one person. The main stringers fit easily into the drop heads of the post shores and can be lifted up by the fork. Once lifted, the mains are hooked up to the next drop head, where they'll remain locked and secure by the automatic safety device. The spacer sets the distance between stringers and allows the system to considerably reduce the amount of bracing needed due to the stiffness achieved. There's no need to use any external stabilizing element for setting up the main stringers, thanks to the special design of the drop heads. The lightness of all elements makes it easier and faster to finish the assembly. Joists can be easily erected and assembled from the ground by only one person using the tool that fits into the base of the beam. The wider ends of these beams fit onto the grooves of the main stringers, providing the necessary stability. STENdeck's system allows narrower lanes by using the same beams used on a regular lane. To attach these beams to its final position, the STENlock joining together clip can be used. The system's direction can also be changed without having to add post shores on. STENdeck is extremely fast in normal job site conditions and very flexible because it perfectly fits with complicated perimeters thanks to the turning and cantileverability of the joists. When it comes to lanes with non-parallel main stringers, the system's erection is done the same way as narrow lanes, keeping the possibility to set them with the STENlock clip. Similarly, joists don't necessarily have to be placed and attached perpendicularly to the main stringers. Main stringers can be used for cantilevers without having to add on accessories. The inner end of the beam is connected to the drop head and a post shore with a special cantilever drop head is placed into the hole located 4 feet from the outer end. This special drop head will permit an easy and organized stripping. The cantilever joists can be installed from the interior and allow the building corners to be set with no accessory needed. With STENlock clip, 4 feet cantilevers can be achieved for people to walk around. No ladders are needed to set up the bracing. The top anchor from a distance and the lower clamp allow a solid and rigid joint of the bracing system, reducing the amount needed to stabilize the bay. These elements are telescopic and their length is adjustable. Before the shoring system gets loaded by the live load, the additional required post shores are placed. The main stringers already have the necessary pins underneath for adding extra post shores, so there are no separate pieces. The bracing clamp for the bracing to give stiffness is easily installed with no tools needed. Post shores can have a recovery piece to facilitate the release of them when loaded. The safety pin just has to be raised and hammer it once to get a high productivity during the stripping phase. With only one swing of a hammer, all the beams in the grid can be recovered at both the cantilever and interior zones.